What is going on, lads? What is going on? How is it?
You were saying you're going to send us the PayPal after this.
I had to bribe the two of you to get this on here. Well, Keith, in fairness, I was trying to get you on for ages, but then.
Oh, you were not.
But then
one message one time.
But then a better opportunity came along, and we got Stuart. And then of course, what happened? He couldn't let anyone else have the limelight. Lads,
we're a partnership, mate.
He said there was a camera. I was like,
where's it at? Where's it at?
Right, see you.
Here, lads, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on. Much appreciated.
For having us.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So for anyone watching, Keith and Stuart both came through, obviously, the elite coaching certification. They've got their nice wee certs up in the background there. Keith was on, one of our first, maybe second courses in Belfast. And then Stuart, you were on the January crew there as well. Both were very eventful and both with a lot of big characters on there as well. I know William was on yours as well. Phil was on yours. Stuart as well. So there was a lot of big characters on there. What has been going on for the two of you since you left Elite?
Jeez, I left a long time ago. Well, I gave up my full-time job and opened a gym and then took Stuart with me. But
I joined.
It's been flat out since. Yeah. Obviously, there was a pandemic in the middle of the whole thing too. So we had to adapt and go online, which was chaos. Yep. But I think that's what really made us realize that didn't really matter what people were training, as long as they had us. So,
of course, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Keith, so you've opened your own spot.
Yeah, it's not the biggest, but hey, it's the best.
Well, tell us a wee bit about it. What goes on?
We're just a small group training facility. Like we don't train more than 10 people in a session. But like we just had to close the doors pretty much on what day today? Yesterday, Thursday. Turned off all our ads yesterday. We had to just pretty much tell people that if you want to join now, you're on a waiting list, and like the waiting list has already started to grow as well. So
one out, one in. That's the way it's going to be.
It's good to see. Like
considering
in January, we had no idea what was even this year was going to bring, and then just
snowball.
Unbelievable.
Nice, and. Before that, yous were, because I know some of my guys watching this here will probably be having nightmares right now. Yous were doing some stuff outside because I hired you two for one of my mastermind events.
Yeah.
Which was like, I don't know what I was expecting, but it was way beyond what I was expecting. And I think anyone else there. So basically,
share a video in the comments.
Yeah, I'll share the video in the comments. You two lads showed up and tore shit up because we actually had it done on us. So myself and PJ, a few others, we were basically taken to, it was somewhere in the south, blindfolded. Put in the back of a van and tortured for a few hours. And I was kind of in my mind thinking that it was going to be in and around that, but it was like 10 times worse. It was like 10 times worse. Still to this day, everyone who was on that mastermind still talk about it, and they were like, it was the worst and hardest workout that they've ever done in their entire lives. So kudos to you lads for that one.
The boy who was the boxer. I thought
that was Mark Kinley. Mark Kinley. Shout out to Mark.
Right. He was good to go. I thought, here we go, Stu. Here we go. But he fought it. He did well.
he was going to town, and you were doing that for a while as well. So there was a lot of outdoor stuff going on too.
We done a massive one down there. Was it 3-4 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago.
We took our whole gym down, and everyone that was willing to come, considering what they seen them. We had
55 or
55 on the beach.
55 people on the beach at one time, 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 a.m.
5 a.m. in the morning.
Was that as tough as the one you put them lads through?
Well, we wanted these ones to come back.
You didn't care about my clients.
Your boys, we weren't worried about that.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Keith, listen, congratulations on the gym, congratulations on everything since leaving elite, but it's not about you today, bro. It's about the man beside you.
Me.
It's not about you today, bro. It's about this man. Stuart, first of all, I know I kind of touched on it earlier on, but I love the fact that you're 56 years young.
Right.
And your
Sure,
career.
I've told everybody around here I'm 42.
Right, okay. You can tell them they won't see this here. And your career in the fitness industry is, well, more or less just starting. I mean, we had a chat earlier on, and you were teaching rugby in schools.
Yeah, when I retired in 2006 from my previous occupation, I had to retire. I was injured, and I had prepared before that. I knew I was going to be retired at 48 either way, because that would have been my 30 years done. And I was sort of always thinking, well, 48, what am I going to do next? I'm not going to sit on my backside. And I've always trained, always been fit, always interested in fitness. The job that I did, I was required to pass fitness tests and maintain a fitness level for that particular unit. And it just snowballed from there. It was brought to a head, as I said, when I got hurt and I was retired. And it's a big blow when you have to leave something that you've done for 24 years. You know, like it's part and parcel of who you are. It's your identity almost. And and it knocked me for 6.
Got it.
But the opportunity arose. I had a lot of courses done by then. An opportunity happened for the local school, where I know nothing much about rugby, or didn't at that time. And I always played football, but they wanted the boys beefed up a bit. They wanted strength, they wanted speed, they wanted fitness. So they brought me in just to work with one team initially. And as I said, I was there for 13 years, you know. So, and it worked down right through the school, all the teams, and also transferred over to the hockey girls. And they all wanted just to lift weights and get stronger, and it was great. The only downside was it was a very sort of, I was guaranteed a crowd, if you know what I mean.
Got it.
I was guaranteed 30 or 40 boys in one year group, and I didn't have to go looking people, because if they didn't train, they didn't play. So that was good from that. There was no pressure from there. All I had to do was concentrate on the programming and the training and the coaching. So that was great. It was only when this young fella came on board and took me to another facility where he was working at the time and introduced me to working with adults that I got my eyes open, because with adults came a lot of other scenarios and trying to please people and keep people involved. And again, it snowballed from there. Again, when he set up this place, as you've already said, he invited me along. I don't know why, but he did. And
Bit of blackmail.
but it just started from there. But no, I enjoyed my time in the school. Again, I still, a lot of those young boys who have left the school, still stay friendly with them, and a lot of them are still training. So I like to think I played a wee part in that, because I always thought at the school, like, this was only the start. A lot of the boys thought they wanted to be instant He-Man and whatever, like, but I always said this was the start of it. You know, like, you're only youths and you have a whole lifetime. And it was, again, trying to get them that when they're at their age, I wanted them still training at my age. And that was a big spur for me at that time, you know. So, and it was with regret that I left the school, because I really enjoyed working with the youngsters. But again, the draw for Ree and working with Keith was just too strong, you know. So I made the jump, you know.
Nice, love it, man. Absolutely. When you were growing up, did you have a predominant sporting background?
Yes, I walked and talked and breathed football.
Right. Okay.
That's all I did. All I did was play football, kick a ball before I could walk, because I was always told by my parents. So, I played amateur league football, like nothing, no superstars. I just won the ball and give it to the footballers, like, you know. So
right, okay. I can picture that. I can picture that definitely.
There's nothing less about me, you know.
Yeah, I can picture that.
I played up until I was about 36, and then I sort of got the hint when you're trying to chase somebody at 18 or 19, you know, and you know, no, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So I packed it in, and again, I just concentrated on training, better running and stuff like that. You know.
Nice, and still fit as a fiddle to this day.
I do a wee bit of old man feeling, you know.
give us a wee bit of history, Stuart. did you go to uni, anything like that? What did you
No,
study back in the
no,
day?
no, I definitely didn't. Although I live now down in this part of the world, I'm originally from Dundonald.
Right.
I went to Dundonald Boys High School, and I left school with 3 A levels. And at 18, I went straight into the police.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, that
And
was
you were there for 24 years.
24 years, and then I was medically retired with an injury on duty.
Uh-huh. Can you share a bit about the injury?
Yes, I can indeed. It was a collective thing. Post-traumatic stress.
Yeah.
I had a bit of a breakdown, and again, a lot of incidents that I attended, so are absolutely horrific. And again, once peace came to the country, again, that slowing down of pace, everything just hit me hard, and I struggled, Lenny. I definitely struggled.
Yeah. So I suppose I was kind of thinking about this here earlier on. I always share like a story at the start of the course, just around I suppose the way people carry themselves, in terms of how much your psychology affects your physiology.
Yep.
Right. And I suppose in a job like that, because obviously I, competed in sports that were combat based, that were conflict based. And I've also worked in jobs that I would determine as being conflict based and sometimes combat based. But I suppose in a job like that, how you carry that daily. I mean, there's no walking away and just saying, oh, okay, well, the day is done, the job is done. I'm gonna now just go home and everything's gonna be cool, and I can forget. I can just put that behind me. There's no doing that.
No, definitely, it's a major problem for a lot of men and women doing that job. But for me, again, as you said, my background in sport and training, it was during that there that I sort of, my release was my training.
Yep.
And that just snowballed from there. And again, in we do push this, that mental release, and the fire break that you get. Again, physical training will not cure your problems, but it gives you that fire break where you can reset, recalibrate, and then address your problems maybe from a more calmer, wider perspective. And we push that quite a bit here,
Yeah. I think that's why I love having conversations with yourself, Stuart, and it was like, it felt like a blessing to me on the course, because I get to tap into your experiences in life as well, which I think anyone who sits down and has a conversation with you for about 15 minutes walk away with the sense that, wow, that man's experienced life in every way, shape, or form. And if there is any, let's say, outstanding issues that you're dealing with, there's a high probability that Stuart can help you with it.
Well,
yeah, no doubt about that.
Nice of you to say so, nice of you to say so. But again, people are people, and everybody's carrying baggage. Everybody, no matter who you are or what you are. But I find in this country, because of our history, people from all walks of life, have been affected and continue to be affected. And again, with our backgrounds, we do promote that. The atmosphere, the community, and we're all in it together. And Keith has built a community in this place that it's just outstanding.
Yeah.
Didn't do it on my own.
No. But again, and it's more, it's a cliche. We care, but this fella really does care. And people first and foremost with him.
Yeah.
And, I know he's sitting there and he's very quiet now, which is not like him, but it's definitely people before profit, definitely with this fella.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest. I knew when he was on the course he was going to do great things, without a doubt, without giving them too much of a big head. Like,
no,
It always comes back to the side of my head. my daughter has a big head now. Alex is probably watching.
Yeah, you'll be in trouble later on.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So let's fast forward it a wee bit, mate.
Yes.
You then moved into, I suppose, sports coaching in a way, helping younger lads and girls in the hockey. And then I suppose you started doing fitness part-time as well. What was there anything sort of, were you skeptical about anything before getting into fitness? Were you apprehensive, or was it just, nah, I can do this straight away? Did it come natural to you?
I think with going into the youths and the young fellas, that was sort of a good stepping stone for me from where I was at.
Yeah.
And again, as I said, it was a collective that had to come to me, you know, so I could concentrate on just formulating things and getting my own way, my own niche and things like. And that was a bit of a blessing, like. But as I said, I would have been, and I still am, a backward sort of shy sort of fella, believe it or believe it not. But it was only this fella bringing me around to a gym where he worked at that time and introducing me. It took me a while. It definitely did. I struggled. The imposter syndrome, as we spoke about one time before, like me training people, like just getting that confidence built up. Yeah, it was a struggle at the start. I had to dig deep, and I questioned myself. I still question myself about my abilities and qualities, but at that time it was hard. I found it very hard, you know.
Yeah.
And again, that's why, like, being in a position, working in gyms and training and having courses and all, but it was from that day on the beach when we were working for you that day, and I seen the way you tackled men who were qualified and like good level, and that stuck with me. And as I said, I always want to be better. This week you talked about good coaches being coachable. And that has fired me off here, and I'm tackling this man here for feedback at all times. Just give it to me straight. As I say, we are family, we are related, but in here you respect the rank. He's the boss, he's the man, and I think I need that feedback, and that's why I went and did the course with yourself, because I seen the level you work at, and I seen what you were doing, and I wanted to better myself for coming in here. And again, the confidence that I gleaned from the course, not just from the material that you were putting in front of me, but our wee chats and the chats with the other people, Phil and the others on the course. It just developed me. I sucked it all up, and yeah, I think I'm better for it, you know.
Yeah, man.
As soon as I finished the course, I missed the course.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. I missed it. I missed on a Sunday. There was something missing, you know. But I think it fine-tuned a lot of me. I learned a lot. It reaffirmed a lot that I already knew. But it took me to a different level, you know.
Love it, man. And I see as well, it almost seems like, and I know obviously these are families or related or whatever, but it almost seems as if you've kind of become slightly entrepreneurial now, moving into the fitness industry, because you're like, I know you're on social media, you're doing that a little bit more. We're now doing live videos,
kicking and screaming, man.
But you know, I suppose entrepreneurship is a crash course in personal development as well. So even having that little nudge, and I know you think highly of Keith, and likewise, and you want to see it be a success.
Yes.
And you know, just seeing you develop and grow, because you know, many, like I speak to people all the time, and they're like, oh, you know, maybe I'm too old for a career in the fitness industry. What age are you? 37. And it's like, you know, the average age of a personal trainer is 38.
38.
And they're like, no. I'm like, yeah, the average age of a personal trainer is 38. I'm like, holy shit. But seeing you go through that and then take the sort of next step, honestly, it's like refreshing. It's just like unbelievable, because
I got from the first night on your course, and we sat down and I looked around and I just thought, yeah, okay.
I remember.
My two sons are older than the most of you, you know? So I'm just thinking, what, again, from that first minute when you set the scene, you laid down the law, and you said, if anybody offends anybody or goes out of their way, or there's any remarks or anything like that, there, go. You know, you can have your money and go. You weren't taking no crap. And that settled me. And again, the people I must emphasize, the people in my course were the best people, you know, and you were treated as who you were, whatever. And I do appreciate I was a lot older than everybody else and maybe not as fit or as strong or whatever. Like, but I would recommend it to anybody of whatever age. You know, go for it. It was such an experience. You know.
Yeah. I didn't get to see you do the energy systems day. I didn't get to see you do that, but what happened on that day? I heard did you boss that day?
Oh, I don't know about that. Like, but
That was your favorite day, wasn't it?
No, I was. There was a lot of fit people on the course when I was doing a lot of fit people. Like, but I held my own. I held my own.
Ursula was a beast.
Ursula, yeah.
Ursula
But everybody,
Stunning. Yeah.
everybody worked well, and
Yeah.
Dwayne and a few others like were the lads in the corner, Charlie and all them boys like were tremendous athletes, you know. But you know, in the gym, as I said to people here, you don't look left and right, you look forward. It's all about you, and it's your limit. It's that max out day. It's your max. It's not their max, you know. And it's just getting to that point where you realize what it's like, you know. And I might get there quicker than other people, but I got there.
Let's chat about moving forward. What is the plans then for you two?
Well, I hope he has me here for another week, like, you know. But I don't know, like, it's
hopefully we're looking. There's a unit beside us, but it's not up for lease yet. But we want to extend in, like we want to go bigger. We want to make a bigger impact, because like what we're doing with 100 meters squared. If we had 3 times the size that, we would we'd have a much bigger community. Like, people tripping over themselves to get in, which is unbelievable. But like we want to help as many people as we can, and like, there's only so many ways you can do it. We've brought in another coach there as well. He'll be down with you sooner or later, I'm sure. But,
sure. Alex is on the return after.
Alex, she'll be back after maternity leave,
and then we will all be working.
How has life been with the baby and managing
the life? But like as everyone says, if you get systems in place and you've got good coaches, like you can work around it. Like I've started to take 2 days off now, so because you know yourself, a day off, you don't really enjoy a day off when you've got like stuff you want to do for the gym, and you want to get stuck in. But it's tough. Like it's the hardest job I've ever had, if I'm honest. But it's worth
it. I'd say something. I'd say something. No, that's class. What about yourself, Stuart? How long could you see yourself in the fitness game? Is it a job for life for you?
Yeah.
I need him to stay there. Retire.
You need him to stay.
No, well, definitely I'm enjoying it. I enjoy it so much at the minute. As I said, whenever I left, what I would have said was my identity career. There was a big void. You lose so much, and you lose your self-confidence, your self-esteem. It's almost who you are. And again, I think that's a big fault in Northern Ireland, where we latch on to a career and we think that's us for 30 years, and that's me. That's me done and dusted. Whereas maybe across the water in England and places I got there, it's, well, I'll try it for 5 years and see how we go, or I'll try this, and I'll train up for something else. And I think that we should adopt that more over here, you know. I know people will say mortgages and things like that there, but it's doable. You know, you can work at one and progress into the other. You know, it doesn't have to be definite splits. You can evolve into it. I would like to think now that as long as I keep doing the standard that's required here, that this is me until I stop. You know, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
Nice.
Again, I still, the old cliche, I still want to keep learning. I still want to get better. You know, and I think that's the biggest drive. And again, as you've said before, and I touched on it myself there, time is precious, most precious commodity we have, and it's ticking away all the time. So I want to make the most of this. You know, I want to put in everything I've got. You know. And at the same time enjoy it, and I do enjoy it. It's great. There's no better job, you know. Trust me. You know,
that's unreal, man. Unreal. I'm going back to what you said earlier on about coaching as well, or about being coachable. In my book, it's the #1 skill out there, and I suppose it would be easy for you because you know you've been about, you've seen a lot of things in your life. I'm pretty sure you've acquired a lot of knowledge throughout the years to be like, well, you know, I've been about. I know a fair bit.
Yeah.
I know quite a chunk compared to these young lads and stuff, but you're still open-minded enough to be like, I want to learn more.
Well, I think whenever I was going on the course for yourself, I sort of I knew I was going in, and I just wanted to absorb everything, you know. And again, it's a good skill to have, to be quiet, you know, and just let it come at you, you know, and let it filter through it, you know. I think that's a great skill. Listening is a great skill, and listening and absorbing, you know.
I hear people, you know, obviously joking, saying, I want to be Lenny when I grow up. I want to be Stuart when I grow up. Keith wants to be me when he grows up, and I want to be Stuart when I grow up. That's class.
You're only a cub, kid.
Somebody told me your age the other week. I knew.
I what?
Somebody told me your age the other week. I was like, shut up.
Oh yeah,
Oldest.
29. 29. Oh god. Listen, I'm the average age of a personal trainer, I'll have you know.
Exactly. And you're smashing it.
I'm the average age.
Keep at it, you'll go far.
Only getting started as well.
Yeah.
Only getting started. Lads, it's always a pleasure talking to the two of you.
No. Again, I fully appreciate this opportunity. It's well out of my comfort zone being in front of the camera. So I thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah,
It's not out of my comfort zone.
I
Big
know. No, I really appreciate it. Really appreciate you taking the time to come on, share your story, and I wish you guys every fucking success. You deserve every bit of success that comes your way, and I know for sure that when the time comes to expand on what you're doing, it will be the right time, because you've every right to now. You know, you're maxed out in terms of capacity, so onwards and upwards.
Just want to keep giving.
There you go,
Drop
Trevor.
in next time you're up. If you're ever, will you ever be up this way?
I don't know. I might even open a branch of Elite somewhere.
Don't wind me up again.
I might open a branch of Elite somewhere.
Oh, dear.
Class, lads.
We're right in the middle of the country, like
Yeah, central to everyone.
central everywhere.
It's too close to Belfast. Too close to Belfast. Here,
We
lads.
might open our own. We might open our own.
Belfast, we could go there.
I appreciate the time, lads. Thank you so much.
No problems. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right, bye.